Welcome to Pull the Pin Ready War Room Edition. I'm your host Jim, and with me as usual is the wonderful, amazing Mike.
Oh, hi.
Well, Mike, you do know how the War Room works, obviously. And for those new out there watching us, the War Room is a series of headlines pulled from actual websites. Now, whether they're distorted or not from the people creating them is up for debate, but they are actual headlines pulled from these websites.
Yeah.
So we're going to go over them and share our views on them, maybe sometimes with little or no knowledge of the subject or the headline or the article following the headline.
Most likely it'll be no knowledge. Those are the best.
But our opinions are very valuable, so that's why we're bringing them to you.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's listening. They're standing by. Let's do it.
Let's do this. All right, so we're going to go with the first one. We're going to open up strong.
Oh, God. That means it's something about Justin Bieber. The Kardashians.
No, actually, it's not. It's about your favorite vice president. VP Harris, El Paso visit, 800 miles from illegal immigration epicenter, Texas Democrat says.
Now, is that 800 miles to the north?
Well, hopefully not to the south.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. God.
That would be in Mexico.
Yeah. So
I mean, if you had to figure that one out, but
800 miles to the east, maybe? I mean, wow. 800 miles. Maybe was that a layover? Maybe.
Part of the van tour that we did, the Weekend at Bernie's van tour.
Yeah, but I would have to see some video of when she spoke, referencing her visit to the epicenter.
So right off the bat, you're saying you may not even believe the article.
Yeah. I'm hey, you know how I am when it comes to politicians, man. I don't believe it, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I would like to see some video when she spoke and if she said she was closer, like on the runway taking fire. Something like that.
Never heard that one.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's interesting, though. Very interesting. 800 miles. Damn, is that to the east, the west, the south, or the north? I don't know. It's kind of, yeah, I would like to, God, that's a long way away.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends. Do you even know where the epicenter is?
No, but hey, I think it's close to the border.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's all the border.
Yeah, but
I mean, that's almost like if they're all coming in New Mexico and she's in Texas.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Texas is a lot longer, so 800 miles in Texas could actually be in Texas still. But I mean, that's kind of what we're looking at, and I think given her resistance to go right off the bat, this doesn't surprise me.
Right.
And it wouldn't surprise me if she was just going for a resort, just to visit, and then popped her head out during the week and said, "Oh, hey, look, I'm here."
Yeah, 800 miles though, man. The border is here, 800 miles to the north. You're looking at.
Well, you're talking north. I mean, this could be
just
along the border. Could be on the wrong part of the border where the wall is, and it's working.
Right. Yeah.
That's what it could be. It could be, she could be visiting somewhere where the wall is working, and maybe she wants to go autograph it, like "Thank you, Trump" or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, the wall was up way before Trump. But
right.
Well, that current wall, let's say.
I was gonna say I don't know. I think Trump built the pyramids too, so I don't know what you're even talking about.
And he created the internet.
No, that was.
But I don't know. Do you believe that?
What's that?
800 miles away from?
Well, that's what I said. I said, given her history of not even going to the border yet, like this is some elaborate, we'll get there thing, it doesn't surprise me. Like, I don't know if she wants to even be seen at the border. Because then she'll have to admit it.
Admit what? Oh, how bad it is?
If there's a problem that,
Yeah.
And I say if because I'm not just going to assume all the videos we saw were real either.
Right. I think she was on, like, maybe she's visiting multiple locations along the wall. and sooner or later she'll get there.
Yeah, and you know, there's a possibility, like if we take this from a partisan angle, there's a possibility she could be staying 800 miles and then, like you just said, visiting all sections along the way. So
Yeah,
unless they know her itinerary, that may mean nothing.
but we will know tomorrow for sure.
Yeah, at some point, yes, we will definitely know.
Yeah, so we have to do a follow up on this one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting, man. Someone else agrees. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's 800 miles away. My dog is barking.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for the next one?
Well, you know what your dog just said, right?
What'd he say?
I'm closer than you are. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. All right, next one.
Next one. All right, you're going to love this one too. Cause,
I love them all.
I know, because you sent them all. All right, ready?
Yep.
Trump to hold rally in Sarasota July 3rd. Woohoo! Your boy is back.
Where is Sarasota?
I don't know.
You jumped up and down as if you were going to attend the rally, man.
Oh, no, I'm not going to attend.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I won't. I haven't attended not one, so there's no chance I'm going to attend.
This is, well, you know what I would normally call this?
It says Florida. If I looked it up, it says Florida.
Okay,
so
cool.
That wouldn't surprise me.
This right here, normally I would call this a poor attempt at trying to stay relevant. But what I like about it is he did say, you know, like he's a Terminator. I will be back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's a part of this campaign. You can call it a campaign rally or whatever. He's just, you know,
Yeah.
maybe this is like him taking a poll to see, you know, trying, what do they call that? When you he's testing the waters to see if he can build up a base again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it doesn't surprise me. July 3rd.
Quite interesting.
Though?
July 3rd, though. I like July
Yeah.
3rd.
Yeah.
Because everyone's already bought their fireworks.
Yeah. Then you're saying they should take it down there to Sarasota.
No, I'm just saying that, you know, if they shoot them off, then maybe there will be a real insurrection in Florida.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need help. I need help.
But yeah, so it's good. It's good to see him back.
Let me ask you, would you vote for him again?
It would definitely do the lesser of two evils. Like you're
you would?
convincing me that I have to vote Libertarian just so you don't feel alone. You know, I really feel like I would be better helping out my buddy Mike, so he's not the only one voting. But if I had to choose over any Democrat and Trump, yeah, I'm done with the Democrat Party. I'm done until they get real about who they're going to put up there.
Right.
Not the weekend at Bernie's, not some half in the ground corrupt politician that's been in for 50, 80 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would do exactly what they did to get Trump out.
Got
And
it.
unfortunately, that's sad. But yeah, until we get back to some normalcy of corruption balance, you know, the balance of corruption again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because to me, the balance of corruption is way off now. So until we get back to like some normalcy of the balance of corruption, then I wouldn't throw my vote toward the Libertarian until then.
Oh, okay. As long as you admit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'd do it just for you.
I'm honored.
I don't want you to be in the minority all of your life.
I know, right? So for the record, you're not attending the rally.
For the record, I haven't attended not one. Yeah.
Okay. I want to see
Not
the
one.
attendance.
Okay. Yeah, I would be curious
Yeah.
too. And
Yeah.
in Florida, I think he should have a good go at that.
Yeah.
I think it should be pretty good. So if Florida's not very good, then he's probably not, like you say, he's testing the waters. If he doesn't
Yeah.
do well in Florida, then he might want to just try something different.
Nah, he'll try another different place.
Well, I don't know. Like I said, I think Florida's a good test for him.
Yeah, same here.
If you can't get the numbers amongst Republicans or your potential fan base, then you're not ready for it.
Yeah, in Florida, you mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So Florida's
Yeah.
a good place to test it. I like
Yeah.
that.
Cool.
But we'll see. Just
All
like
right.
VP Harris, we'll see what happens.
That's right.
Not till July
800
3rd, but
miles away. I wonder if she is in Sarasota.
Maybe she is. Maybe she's good planning to be at the rally.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe that's why. Oh, look, Mexico is
Pop
coming
up
over.
debate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be good.
Yep. All right. What's
All right.
next?
Next one. Connecticut legalizes marijuana to combat racial disparities.
What the freak?
I'll let you handle this one.
Yeah, I think racial disparity. I think they're referencing the amount of people, certain demographic that was arrested in jail for illegal marijuana. So now they just legalize it so no one gets locked up. What they should have done was legalize it for the minorities, blacks, Hispanics, or non-whites, and make it still illegal for white people.
I was just going to say, because based on that right there, racial disparities,
Yeah.
why not just legalize it for everyone and it doesn't matter why you did it?
Right.
So it's one again that, what do we call it? Political posturing.
There you go.
Dude, I have a surprise for you. We're on our third topic and we got somebody coming in.
Oh, hold on. Don't bring them in yet.
Don't bring him in? You don't want to hear from him?
It's gonna be. I'm gonna take a guess.
Oh, you're going to be wrong.
Really?
No, that's just to throw you off.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna guess Nate Dogg.
No, Nate
Wow.
is on vacation, I think.
Oh,
again.
that's right. He's on vacation. Shoot. Paul?
No.
Okay, I get one more.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan.
Booyah! Booyah!
What's up, big country?
What's going on, guys?
All right.
So, I forgot to send that over to you last night. I apologize. I'll send that stuff over now. I was just so tired.
Hey, Ryan, you know we're on the show now, right? So you don't have to talk about anything other than the show right now. You know that, right?
Nope.
Oh, yeah. So just so you know that.
Okay.
Nobody wants to see your laundry drying in the background, so you know.
Maybe a little bit. Come on. Oh,
Yeah, we've already made it through 2. We can give you a chance to go back and get the first 2 if you want.
That'll work.
Yeah.
That's
You all settled in there?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let him comment on the first 2, Mike, and then the third one.
Okay.
All right. So the first one we got was VP Harris El Paso visit 800 miles from illegal immigration epicenter. Texas Democrat says. You think it's true? You think it's not? You think it's real? What's the deal? You think?
I mean, from a legal immigration epicenter that they know is there, it's illegal, and yeah, I don't believe it.
Now, do you believe she's going that far away from the actual problem, or you believe? Because Harris did not visit the border yet, right?
Right.
And she said, "Oh, we'll get there." So now she's going there. They're saying she's going to be 800 miles from where the problem is.
That's funny. That's freaking stupid, dude.
And Mike's first question was that miles north?
No.
Maybe she's gonna be on 6th Street in Austin.
She's not going the other way for sure.
Yeah.
15 miles north.
Yeah. We'll catch you in Austin.
Yeah, right? That's
Yeah.
crazy. 800 miles away. I don't know. I mean, personally, if we know there's a legal immigration epicenter, why the hell are we not doing something about that further Texas, from Texas side? In Texas, if they know it's there, I think it's bullcrap. I think it's bullcrap. If you know you have an illegal epicenter, it's something that you could have taken care of already. Why in God's name are we going to call it out when the vice president comes? Just to make the vice president look worse?
Yeah,
Sure.
so maybe there's some good word twisting. That's why maybe 800 miles is a little. We said maybe she's staying 800 miles and then doing a hop tour or something. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see, though. All right, then you missed the best one here.
Okay.
Trump to hold rally in Sarasota July 3rd.
So you guys think he's going to run again?
No.
Yeah.
I think they've done so much. Yeah, I know, but I think they've driven so much on him right now to try to ruin his credibility for every angle, and now he has no platform to go out on. You know, it's a perfect time to just attack the hell out of him. So I don't know.
Okay,
He
how is
just,
that any different than when he was in office?
well, they didn't, they didn't openly take him off Facebook when he was in office because they knew that would look bad on them,
Oh,
right?
okay,
The
okay,
second
I
he's
get
out,
it.
he's like, oh well, we're gonna take a Facebook, Twitter, no, none of that. He's not allowed any of that. Okay.
Well, I think I
So
mentioned in an earlier show that I truly believe they did that to somehow stop him from having a platform.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's exactly right.
Yeah,
That's
from his
exactly why they did it.
bid to run again or something like that. That's what I believe happened.
Yeah, and I agree. I think that he was while in office, he was great to have. They let the platform open for him because it was great to, I guess, for them to be able to put ratings or whatever else. He got thousands and thousands of followers. But the second they got out, they could put their political agenda behind it. The second he's out, well, we can cut him because we feel like the riots were his fault by him saying X Y Z. So that violated our policy. We're going to cut him now. Okay. Yeah. Now he can't put his message out and get his troops rallied to run again.
So my question is, do you see the potential disaster in this? And what I mean by that is okay, yeah, she wants to be on the show really bad. But let's say Trump silenced actually goes out, makes a difference, runs for the election, and wins. Like, I mean, what does that say? Like, what do they have left? I mean, you couldn't silence the man, and the people have spoken, unless they've mastered the election process where it's infallible. What does that say, though? Like, if they believe Trump is all these bad things, then why silence him? So by silencing him and he overcomes that, you've just unleashed the Kraken, literally.
I mean, he's unleashed either way. I mean, he's got a platform no matter what. I mean, they're going to cover it on national news if that's his only platform. You know what I mean? So he's going to have some kind of platform for his message. But I just don't feel like I feel they've done so much damage to him right now that he wouldn't be able to make it again.
You don't think the people would vote for him?
I think he'd have a hard time getting the Republican nomination. I don't think he'd make it to the primary.
So what if he ran against Republicans and Democrats?
That would be interesting. That would be the first time if he did win that somebody was able to. I think he'd pull so much from the Republican base we'd get a Democrat leader.
I was going to say the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what Democrats are like. Yeah, Jim, put that out there.
Well, but interestingly, though, Trump would know that too. The Republicans would know that too. Mm-hmm. So if you're telling me that Trump running, the Republicans wouldn't let him have it, and he said, well, then I'll just go independent. You don't think they would be threatened by that?
No, let me tell you really, honestly, the only reason I voted for Trump is because the person that I wanted didn't win the primary. At this point, if Trump didn't win the primary and somebody better did, I mean, I think we're looking, all of us are really looking for the best candidate. All of us are looking for somebody that's going to make a difference in this country. I think Trump was the best candidate at the time. Well, honestly, okay, let me rephrase that. Out of Hillary and Trump, he was the best candidate at the time. Out of the primary, man, Herman Cain, I would have voted for over Trump. I did vote for over Trump. What was the guy, Mark Rubio? Was it Rubio?
Mm-hmm.
I loved Rubio. I thought he was awesome. There are a lot of people I liked way better than Trump. The problem is, you're fired. He was an icon. Everybody knew who Trump was. They thought he was going to go and make this huge difference. I don't know, honestly, what difference Trump made in office. I know he tried to publicize a lot of things, but I can't tell you. I wasn't there. I don't know what was bullcrap that he did. It was bullcrap that what level of what is real, I don't know. It's just like watching this TV show for all I know. What I do know is I think there are probably so many other people that ran in the primary that would have made a better president than Trump. The problem I had is they didn't give me that option. They gave me Trump. So I had to vote for Trump or Hillary.
It's not like they gave you. A bunch of other people picked Trump.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like just Ryan was just screwed over, like Mike and his libertarian vote.
No, I mean that's true. That was what the American people gave us. So they gave us Trump and Hillary. So when they gave us Trump and Hillary, there was no question it was going to be Trump for me. I would hope that this time around, America was smarter and say, okay, we've seen it. We could go with, any number of people that would have been a better option, and they put somebody else in. And I think if he went out and did independent at that point, his pull wouldn't be as strong for the Republican. It may be just as strong with the Democrats.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, there's tons of people that flip sides for him. I mean, they loved his name. They loved Trump. You got to consider. I mean, he was more of a media icon than anything before he was president. You know.
Right.
So I mean, that's what he was known for, was being a media icon. Yeah, he was known for being, I guess, a builder and a real estate icon. But really, that's not why he was known to the American public. He was known as a TV figure.
Yeah.
So you really don't see what Trump brought to politics?
I see he tried to. Well, I do. Okay, let me phrase this. I see that from his point of view, okay, what he thinks he brought to politics. Do I know if what he is saying every time he hits on Twitter saying XYZ said this, XYZ is doing that? I don't know if that's true. I wasn't there. I was supposed to take his point of view more than I was supposed to take, Obama's point of view on it. I mean, I have no idea. I have no idea. I wasn't sitting in that room. I can't tell you who was right, who was wrong, what was really happening behind the scenes. But I can tell you, if you back somebody into a corner, they're going to fight their way out. And I think a lot of what he said was him fighting his way out of a corner. I can tell you, I personally saw him and I'm sure you guys have too. Go on press things and say something that's completely off the wall. Then like 2 weeks later, oh no, that's not what I said. You misunderstood me. No, I heard you. I did. I mean, it wasn't a sound clip. I watched that show. I saw what you said. So he was bad about doing that, like opening his damn mouth and trying to back his way out of it. Putting something on Twitter than sitting somebody out in front of the press going, no, you didn't really mean it like this. Well, it sounded just like that,
Right.
He backed himself into a lot of corners. So
I just enjoy his contribution of exposing the media, the partisan media. I enjoy that. I enjoy the swamp going crazy when they lost control over everything they were getting. They had control over, like just to deplatform a sitting president should tell you something.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that alone, you're touching a nerve. If you're close on the target, just like you said Trump did, they fought back harder.
Yep.
So clearly, I think he exposed something like, if you want to get, the weapons of mass destruction, how the media went along with that and marching through the deserts of Saudi Arabia, showing everybody, oh, look what's going on. Look what, we were being fed lies back then.
Oh, yeah.
But no one exposed that. No one called them out to accountability. And I think that contribution alone has made people more aware of what politics is today and how corrupt and partisan all the parties are.
But, okay, so in some way, fashion, or form, you feel Donald Trump is less corruptible?
Yes, because he wasn't in the game. He didn't have a membership card. He had his own game. He had his own game. He had the wealth game.
He came in with his own agenda, playing his own game, and I think he pulled his game against the political game, and he tried to expose the political game while hiding his game.
Sure, and I won't even argue that, and that's my point, is the political game is what's been making all these politicians rich off of our dime. Yeah. At least Donald Trump had the means to go and make you spend your money on him.
Right. No, I mean, I'll give you that. He did shine some lights in the background. There's no question. He did.
I appreciate that, because I think it's been so long since the people. But you see how good they are at the game. They've now turned us against each other instead of on them. So that's how good this game is. Even Trump couldn't break that.
Well, yeah, that's true. Okay, you're right on that. So in this aspect, that he did shine the light on the games, right? But I have no idea if what he's telling me is true. I'm taking this man's word for it. Who I don't know. I have no idea if he was full of crap or not.
Right, but we know every politician is full of crap.
And I do believe Donald Trump is Donald Trump.
Right, but he's an unknown, right? He's still an unknown that we have to at least guess, is he full of crap? Where we know the politicians are full of crap.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, I can see the toupee, so I know he's hiding something.
Yeah, it's a bald spot. Just in case you don't know, it's a bald spot.
I mean, he's been wearing it since the '80s, so there's definitely something in some skeletons. Don't get me wrong, I am not a Democrat or anything like that.
What am I hiding?
I don't know if I necessarily believe Trump. I voted for Trump because I didn't have an option. My option would have been Hillary, and there's no way in hell I was voting Hillary.
Mike, you heard that, right? He didn't have an option. Libertarian was not an option.
Well, I wanted my vote to count.
All right, we can move on to the one we left off on. After that long discussion there, Connecticut legalizes marijuana to combat racial disparities. You missed Mike's eloquent explanation of this. So
Please, yeah, I need that one.
I said what they should have done was legalize marijuana for all the minorities and keep it illegal for white people.
Good. Hold on, I gotta get one of my THC chocolates real quick.
you better get your hit before it's illegal.
That's fun.
Because I didn't understand how they're combating racial disparities. You know, once again, we didn't read the article. We're just getting the headlines here. So I don't get that. I really don't. Maybe it's because of the majority of people that were locked up for marijuana was minorities. So now they're legalizing it to combat that. But these people are probably still locked up. So I don't get it. And
Well, isn't that in direct conflict with the Newport ban? So we'll legalize marijuana, but you can't smoke Newports.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Well,
That's
they
the
haven't
equalizer.
Well, studies haven't been shown to whereas marijuana has the same or close to similar effects as tobacco. And you know, for the record, tobacco is not as bad as they make it out to be.
It's all the crap they put in there.
Thank you. You know, thank you.
This is not big.
So once it's processed, wow, funny.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that, there, Jim?
About what? Legalizing marijuana?
Yeah, no,
Go for
not
it.
just that.
I think it's a
Come back
stupid
to-
excuse
Yeah.
for racial disparity. I think it's stupid, but whatever.
It's not for racial disparity. It's to combat racial
Oh,
disparity.
combat again. Everything's a
Yeah.
war, right? The war on racial disparity. I got
Yeah.
it. Let's
War
let's
on
make pot
drugs.
legal so everybody can
Yeah.
go to war against racial disparity. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the war on drugs. Wow.
We're going to deploy soon. We're going to deploy to manufacturing companies of
Wait a minute. We had a
weed.
war on drugs, but now we're legalizing said drug to help us during our combat against
war
racial-
on racial disparity.
Got it,
There's a war
got
on
it.
racial.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually a war on is it white supremacy is what I actually think technically is.
No, it's racial disparities.
Right, but that's the opposite. That's the flavored version of white supremacy.
Oh, I take it you read the article, cheater.
No, I didn't. That's just that's the talking point.
Oh, okay.
When white supremacy sounds evil, you have to go to the fluff side, which is combat racial disparities. What does that mean, right? Because who's racial? You can't be a minority can't be racial according to the new rules. So that means white supremacy.
I didn't read that rule.
That's
What?
been around forever.
No, I didn't read
Nobody
that.
called you and told you because I mean you are a person of color, so
I did not get that. Hold on, let me check my.
you better check your email, dude. Because I think Facebook has
yeah,
got you
yeah,
all that.
Shoot, I can't believe that.
It's right underneath
I got an email from 2009 from Ryan. Oh, sorry about that, Ryan.
I told you.
I got it.
yeah. It's right underneath the melanin chart. Did you get the
Oh,
melanin
okay.
chart to go with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Got that brown paper bag there.
That's funny, man.
Is that the standard?
No, that's something else. We can get into that another show.
Okay, because I
Yeah.
was like, I never heard that one. That's funny though.
No, this is. Woo. Yeah. Okay. Laughing now. No, it's true though. But we can talk about that in another show.
All right, good. Let's move on to the next one because we're getting far behind on this one. Founders of South African Bitcoin exchange disappear after 3.6 billion hack.
What?
They stole 3.6 billion.
Yeah, we
Took
got
all the
that.
Bitcoin.
Wow.
Wow.
This is just the news. This is the news. Kept a lot of people from doing Bitcoin.
Yeah. And what'd you
That's-
think? Of course, it happened in South Africa, right?
Yeah.
Well, some Nigerian prince probably. He deserved it.
Yeah. Oh, they invested. You know what I mean? Yeah. Wow.
That's funny, man.
Disappear after 3.6 billion hack. That money will go a long way down there too.
Mm-hmm. You think that
Wow.
money's going to stay there?
Nah. You're probably in Pennsylvania somewhere.
Wait. What do they call that? White flight? What do they call that thing when you move out of a country because you got all that money?
Oh, I don't know. Damn, man, you coming up with some good ones, man.
You know, when black athletes get popular, get all the money, and they say support black people, but they move into the rich white neighborhood. There's a name for that, isn't there?
No, I never heard that one.
You know what I'm talking about, Ryan. Don't
I've
let
heard
this.
it. I just can't think of what the name is.
Moving on up.
Moving on.
What the hell? Hey, you gotta tell me what that one is, man.
Yeah, I thought no, white flight. I think is when colored people move into the neighborhood. I don't remember. There's a name for it. It's stupid, whatever it is.
Better. That sounds more like the white flight. When
yeah, I think that's right. It's something else.
Coming in. Did he say colored people? Wow.
I did.
Anyway,
that's politically correct. Sorry, people of color.
Whatever.
What is it supposed to be?
Hey, whatever you call it, man. That's what it is, dude.
Mike,
but anyway, white flight is
you.
when they move out the neighborhood.
Yeah, that's right. So it's something else, but it's when you know people of color get the money, and then they move into white neighborhoods.
I've never heard. I mean, it might be something out there. There's a term for everything these days.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna we'll make one up.
I'm just sticking with moving on up.
Anyways, we're talking about 3.6 billion hack in Bitcoin in South Africa.
Yeah, and the founder of said Bitcoin exchange is gone.
Yeah.
Disappeared. Well, my thing is, ta-da!
And I can see him right now on his Instagram, his Somali pirate hat.
Yeah.
On his yacht.
I was about to say, speaking of, he's probably just, hey, that's a good way to go on the water.
It's untrackable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's pretty good. Pretty good. But what did you say, though, in the beginning of this, Jim? That's why a lot of people are not investing?
Well, I think that's the fear of it. I'm not a Bitcoin expert, but from what I understand, Bitcoin was created. Like, you can just create your own Bitcoin.
Yeah,
like, then we all can have our own banks. Like, how is that? You know, like at least gold was a standard for the dollar, right? It isn't anymore. Right. So we are essentially like Bitcoin creating dollar bills. But you're just going to create a currency and then everybody's going to buy it from you. And like, how does that work?
Well, if you think about that, though, in the beginning, there wasn't a cryptocurrency, right? So Bitcoin is the first one to really create a crypto version of it, you know, something online. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I mean, in that aspect, well, everybody was trying to figure out how to tax online things, online this, online that, you know, and everybody's trying to figure out, you know, how to run a market online. Bitcoin was the first one to say, hey, we'll do it. We got it, you know. So, yeah, they did a good job with what they did. But you're right. It was created out of thin air. There is nothing backing that.
I didn't invest in the beginning because it just felt like one big April Fool's joke.
Yes.
Like, hey, here's a bunch of money. Here, give me your real money and you can use this Bitcoin.
Right.
Like, what?
And the value of coin was never the same. You know, it just changed constantly.
Can anyone say what a Bitcoin is?
It's cryptocurrency.
Okay. What does that mean?
Electronic currency.
So if I have one Bitcoin, is that $1?
No. It goes by a market. It's kind of like, it's almost like playing the market. So it fluctuates with the amount invested on the Bitcoin on the time. I'm actually going to look it up while we're talking. See what
think of like gold. You know, gold's price changes too. You can go sell your gold chain. I know you still got one.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's something you can touch.
Right.
Got it.
Right.
Bitcoin's the same thing, except somebody just put it there.
So one Bitcoin equals $34,943 US.
And if you go and invest it, you can invest in 0.00000.1 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Or 0.0000001 Bitcoin, like whatever. It's like you could invest in a small portion of. I don't get it. Maybe that's also why I didn't get it, but I missed that train. So shame on me.
You got to have $35,000 to buy one Bitcoin. That's crazy.
Have you guys ever seen anything? I think. Oh wait, they did. I read something the other day where they said now doing transactions by Bitcoin.
Yeah, they're starting to do it. Yeah. Well, remember what Elon Musk, wasn't it? Elon Musk was the one. He said, "Oh, we're no longer accepting Bitcoin, but I'm not getting rid of mine." Gee, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So my question still goes unanswered.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know it either, so we'll let the audience educate us. We'll move to the next one because we're getting way far behind now, Mike. Nations that relied on China's COVID vaccines now seeing large increases in infections.
Holy crap. Okay. And the expectation was what from the country that gave us this disease? I mean,
Oh, they didn't give it to us. That's
Yeah.
yet to be determined.
yeah, okay.
Well,
That's awesome.
maybe if you really look at it, China has always been wearing a mask. You know, their population, they've always been wearing a mask before, during, and now after COVID. Maybe they gave some nations the vaccine, but they didn't give them the mask. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, you know what? The thing that kind of catches my attention here is, so if the story's true that China created this as a weapon, right? This is the story that they've created a biological weapon, and they were already working on a vaccine before it even leaked out of the lab. So that's the proof, I guess, that they were creating this weapon. So if that's the case, is this the vaccines they're giving their people, or did they go and do something different and send those vaccines to somebody else? Like, it's a very bad vaccine they've created if this is actually happening.
Yeah. Well, they're just saying that these nations relied on China's vaccines, and I don't get that they gave them vaccines.
Well, it's probably saying that there aren't enough vaccines created in
Yeah.
countries up there in Eastern Asia, whatever.
Right.
They probably couldn't get, European or whatever vaccines, so they had to get them from China. I don't know the countries. Obviously, I didn't read
Right.
the article.
But now these nations are seeing a large number of infections, and I'm like, maybe it's because they didn't get the vaccines. That's the way I read it.
Oh, so you're picking apart the whole thing where they're not even giving you the right information. They're just
Right.
kind of, okay.
Yeah.
Or maybe, look, it says they're now seeing them, so maybe now they just put their glasses on. The infections have always been there.
Yeah.
I just wanted to go down the same rabbit hole you went down.
Oh, okay. All right.
Is it not,
Yeah.
not fair?
Yeah.
Not fun? What?
No, when both of us do it, no.
Okay,
No.
Ryan, bring us back.
No, I mean, it just, the eye strikes me two ways. Kind of reading the way you're reading it here. I mean, they relied on China's COVID vaccine, are now seeing large. Did China just not give them the vaccine? Is that why they're having this large increase? Or did you really expect the country that did release this to the world to properly vaccinate you? I mean, I think the big thing with me is I like to know what nations it is. I would almost like to read this one afterwards. And
Yeah, well, you can do that after the show, but we're not doing that now.
I'm going to.
Okay.
Good, just because I want to know. I
Stay
want to know
tuned
what
for the
nations
follow
it
up
is.
by Ryan.
Yeah,
I
stay
mean,
tuned.
you know me, but I want to
All
know
right,
what-
we'll move to the next one because we're going to stay overseas with China.
Okay.
China's next aircraft carrier will be a nuclear-powered monster.
Jesus Christ.
They don't have one?
It says China's next aircraft carrier. So they have an aircraft carrier, but I assume that their next one they're making is a nuclear-powered monster.
I thought they had one. Not the monster part, but I thought
You
they
mean a
had
nuclear-powered one?
Yeah. I thought they had,
Well, maybe they do have a nuclear-powered one, but this one is a monster.
yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe they have a smaller one.
Well, let me guess. Some people will try to associate this with us having Biden as a commander in chief or whatever, and I'm like, if they have been planning this, this has been in the works for years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
know
our
what I mean?
response is what? What's our response? Oh, let's just let gender-neutral people in the military, let's just, that's our response.
Really?
It's not, it's,
Really?
yeah, I mean, what's our response? What are we doing in the military to respond to this stuff?
Maybe we're building a monster too. Maybe that's their response to something that we're doing or we've done.
Oh, and just nobody knows about it.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah,
not
pretty good.
news. Yeah.
That's poor posturing for a country, but that's cool. I get that. We'll get them by surprise. We'll wait till they get their nuclear monster in the water, and then we'll show them our nuclear monster.
Well, we have the submarine monster.
Oh, that's what
Right?
it is.
Yeah. So
That's the real Kraken, right?
could be. And when I realize what you mean by cracking, maybe I'll have a legitimate response to that. But
Release the Kraken. You don't know the story of the Kraken?
No.
Okay, well, you can look that up after the show, too.
Okay. No, I thought you were saying crackers, but
Crack.
Oh,
Wow, that is just so racist.
I mean, he's saying
all right,
color,
all right,
he's saying
color people.
crackers.
Mine was a mistake.
I'm done.
I mistakenly thought that was actually good these days, but now I
So
don't
did
know.
I.
When was Cracker ever good? When was Cracker ever legit?
I don't know. You just said it like 3 times. I guess. Well, okay.
Oh, I could care less what you call me.
But
Obviously.
no, this could be, like I said, a response to what we're doing or what other nations are doing. And I mean, I guarantee you, man, it didn't happen overnight. I have to stand by that. You know, we're just hearing about it now, but I wish we could take a look at our arsenal that's being built or, close to being completed.
I hope it is.
I guarantee you, we have something in the works, or we probably have something already.
I hope it is.
But what does that mean? A nuclear-powered monster? We have submarines that are already nuclear-powered, so I don't get it.
Well, I'm assuming it's just massive.
Yeah, but
With
okay.
capabilities that maybe no other carrier has. I don't know. We can read into it all we want.
No, yeah, they probably built houses on it. But if you're going by sheer size, I'm like, okay, you have the biggest, but we still have the baddest.
Hmm.
Yeah. And I'll put our Navy up against any 5 countries at one time.
I'll give you that one.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that, man. They don't know our capability.
Oh man, maybe
That's supposed to be the surprise, right?
No, that's dude. We're talking about that's after the Clinton drawdown.
Yeah, I'm saying no, they don't know about it, so we can surprise them.
Yeah, so that's why I say when I see that monster, I'm like, well, okay, that just means you're gonna fall faster and go further down in the ocean. You know what I mean?
Just means there's more scraps to pick up.
Exactly, man. But yeah, it's kind of interesting.
All right.
Can I jump in on this one real quick?
Yep.
Yeah.
I do believe that China is probably the biggest threat we have in the world today. Obviously, they held more of our national debt. They're already releasing COVID virus around the world. They're going to the point of hiding it from the world that they did it. Hiding it from the world that doesn't even existed to some point and was even a threat. But and now they're coming out with the big nuclear power monster aircraft carrier monster. I mean, I honestly believe they're one of the biggest. They are the biggest threat we face. I just think that as good of a face that they put on, to try to say, hey, we're here, we're just innocent China. We want to be an economic superpower. I think they want to own it all. I really do. I do believe that they're probably the biggest worry I have, and then followed closely by Russia.
So you think they just wanted to get their way in with the economic power thing, almost like we just want to be married, we want the rights to be married? That whole homosexual thing where they just wanted to be married, and now all of a sudden everybody has to call them by different things and all that. Yeah, you think China was just bluffing just to get their foot in the door and take everything?
I think China has been working an angle for a long time. Yeah, I absolutely do believe that China. I mean, there's no reason that we owe China more than anybody else in the world. You know what I mean? They keep loaning it to us because they want to have more and more footprint in America.
But see, my question is, like, it's funny, like, the thing called foreclosure, right?
Yeah.
Well, the bank don't get their money on a foreclosure, so what if we just stop paying China?
Well, I mean, they have the biggest army in the world?
Okay, but just like Mike said,
in the world. So
just like Mike said, though, that just means more body bags they'll need.
Okay. And us too. Mm-hmm. I mean, I get what you're saying, and I agree that America is probably the most superior in any fighting machine out there. But when you put up numbers, I mean, yeah. Bill was like a force multiplier, right? So it was like 40 to 1 or something like Bill was.
I'm going to tell you, Ryan, you literally just created an awesome transition into our next topic, because we could be nowhere without our brothers to the north. And China, the world's worst human rights abuser, China, demands UN probe against Canada.
What?
Like, I had to put that in there because those bad boys up in Canada I don't know what they're doing up there to cause this problem with China.
That's a new one.
Yeah, yeah.
Probe against what now?
Mm-hmm. Come on, what do you think? Those Canadians are just up there, just playing hockey and hanging out?
Well, I mean, and making maple syrup, but I mean,
Come on.
what could they possibly do, man? I mean, Jesus, that's a weird one.
Maybe they have some type of a large amount of human trafficking cases going through Canada.
If I'm gonna guess, like I said, I didn't read this, but if I'm gonna guess, maybe it's around the lockdowns because I used to watch that Canadian lawyer there, and they had lockdowns for months where people weren't even allowed on the streets. The curfews, people were not even allowed on the streets unless they could walk their dog. That's the only reason. So maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, but how do you? I mean, what do you?
Even the hotels.
Just because they won't let them come out on the street after.
Well, remember the hotels? They were dragging people to hotels, not even telling their spouses where they were going. If you come across the border into Canada, they were forcing you to go at a hotel at your expense.
Jesus.
Yeah, Canada was doing some crazy crap. And the part that really, irked me was when they arrested that stormtrooper. Do you remember that?
No.
Go look at that video.
That's the only thing he cares about. All that other stuff.
Yeah, that was it.
He had to reel it in.
Like the Nazi stormtrooper, or
no, there was some lady in her stormtrooper costume supporting, the business, and they had a fake gun, and the Mounties or whatever they call them, Canadian guys, showed up, and I guess they never heard of Star Wars, thought she had a real gun, put her in the prone. That costume wasn't cheap, brother. Costume was not cheap. And even once she put the gun down, they couldn't just come up and see it because she can't bend down. It's not easy to bend down in those costumes. So, but these clowns should have known better. So anyways, I love you guys in Canada. You brought hockey, so I'm not going to complain that bad.
But, go Red Wings.
Yeah, hockey.
Yeah. But I do want to know where China, has the right to demand anything.
Yeah.
That's called deflection.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what that was.
Well, maybe Canada has a legitimate reason for a probe. Maybe there is a legitimate, but it's kind of awfully hard to take it from China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
All right. You guys got anything more? Because we got the last one coming up, and I know Mike loves his.
Of course I do. I chose it.
Right. That's why he loves them. He always sends me the best stuff. You ready for this?
Oh, God.
Emergency crew rescues sex doll after mistaking it for a drowning woman.
That's it. I'm out.
But how can you not see this actually happening?
Seriously?
Sex dolls are getting real, aren't they, Ryan?
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what I'm thinking.
Yeah, they look real. They look like a person.
They're getting expensive too, right?
I have no idea. My wife would shoot me.
I think I'm the only unmarried one here.
I'll tell you if it looks real. Send me a link.
No, it's all about texture.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I'm thinking about the old days, man, with that, the plastic one.
The blow up ones?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
It was just the express lane, the HOV lane.
Right. So here's
I've seen that, yeah.
But here's the real kicker to this whole headline here is like that's somebody's investment wasted. Like, how did that get in the water? I'm betting some wife threw it in there, like some jealous spouse or girlfriend.
Okay. See you guys. I'm done.
He better not be off, man.
He's going to order one. He's doing.
Somebody's investment.
They're not cheap.
I bet you're right. I bet somebody's spouse threw that away. She's like, I can't believe you have this. And
so you're saying there was a domestic disturbance, the wife got upset, and threw the... I can't believe it.
Maybe the wife came home and caught him with his doll and thought it was a real woman, and then she just said, this is not happening, and threw it over the bridge.
Meanwhile, Justin Bieber purchased the latest Galaxy phone.
But come on, there's a rescue crew that almost risked their lives for this.
That is crazy. That is stupid. That's a dumb top. That's not a really good news story.
I thought it was good news because if I owned that doll and they found it,
not a good rescue crew.
If that was my doll and they rescued it, I'd be like, oh, thank you so much.
Oh, they would beat you down, man. They would. Now, here's my thing. Why did they arrive at the scene?
Somebody probably thought it was a woman.
Really?
Yeah.
So they thought a woman was drowning like that in
That's
the
not-
lake. In the
These things
pool.
look real, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
Mike,
I'm saying, come on, man, like this.
I mean, upside down in the water
Wait-
with the hair.
Wait, can you do that pose again, Mike?
If you hell no, if they
screenshot
were
it.
upside down, they wouldn't see the hair to know it's a woman. One, you know what I mean? So it's just, I wish we had the video.
It could look like a body in the water. It really
Yeah,
could.
yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah, and no, Jim, I'm not doing it again. No,
You want to know too? I think this is a Chinese article. So I think the whole theme of today was China.
yeah, you want to know the funny part? If you look at when they checked the doll out, it said "Made in the USA."
Yeah,
As long as they didn't do DNA swabs, we're good.
that's right.
Yeah, woohoo! Yeah.
Well, that concludes our episode. Thank you, Ryan, for showing up.
Thank you.
We always appreciate you being on here. Mike, thanks for showing up extra early today. We appreciate that.
They didn't
So-
have to know that.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. You guys didn't know he showed up extra early today. But we do appreciate you guys for tuning in. We appreciate all that you bring to the show and keep us excited about doing this again. And we hope you guys get on and join us, you guys and gals. It is that
Appreciate the
turn.
comments.
Yes. And until then, Godspeed.
Hey, and pull the pin.
Thanks for joining us here at Pull the Pin Already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.